AMEX program targets virtually every aspect of emotional intelligence, but particularly the competencies of emotional self-awareness, self-control, empathy, communications, and conflict management. A leadership version of the program is offered to managers, which also helps build the competency of developing others. A recent evaluation study showed that participation in the program increased sales revenue. The advisors whose managers had completed the training were compared to an equal number whose managers had not. The advisors of the trained managers grew their businesses by 18.5%, compared to 16.2% for those whose managers were untrained. A good emotional competence program begins with an introduction of the nature of emotional intelligence, and by helping participants become more aware of what they are feeling at any point in time. Participants work in small groups and discuss how emotions are important in the workplace. They learn about self-talk, that is, how the dialogue people have with themselves shapes their feelings and actions. They learn to become aware of the self-talk usually associated with troublesome or disturbing issues, and how to reframe their self-talk to manage these issues. And they learn to coach others in a way that helps them to become aware of their own self-talk. Emotional competence training helps managers understand the role of emotions in the behavior of employees and customers, and to practice good emotional competence in their own emotional response patterns, as well as to understand the responses of others. A manager with good emotional competence is able to use visualization to modify his or her response patterns. Emotionally competent managers know how relationships are important in their work as advisors or leaders. They know how to use self-disclosure to improve their relationships, how to listen for feelings in what other people say, and how to explore the feelings associated with having to deliver hard messages to other people. An emotionally competent manager knows how to identify, discuss, and if necessary, renegotiate the interpersonal contracts that people make. Perhaps most important is being able to visualize what optimal performance looks like, identify the barriers to achieving it, and to use mental rehearsal to enhance performance for ourselves and for others. The second competence affecting CRM is knowledge of the technology that is necessary to service and communicate with your customers. Kelly Mahoney, Chief Marketing Officer at Staples, summarizes the need this way. There's a reinvention process going on right now with customers. They are more empowered, and most companies have not yet caught up to that empowerment. And the gap is huge. Just consider the email messages that pass between customers and organizations. Most companies have been caught like a deer in the headlights of a dynamic shift. She is correct in her assessments. Many organizations create websites and offer their customers a direct way to communicate them, but then they are shocked when the emails appear, as if they thought that no one would actually write to them. Organizations are giving their customers more ways to complain and more ways to get frustrated without a plan for reacting. If organizations are going to deliver on the promise of a customer-centric view, then they have to change the way they think and act. Technology defines the art of the possible, but that's all that it does. In selecting technology for customer relationship management support, the right technology is the one that solves the organization's business problems. This could involve a variety of solutions, such as improving your call center telephony infrastructure, developing a web-enabled customer contact center, improving customer relations through customer e-business, or implementing a data warehouse to collect and analyze your customer and market data. No matter the configuration of your hardware or the CRM-style software you use, you must ask yourself a few basic questions. Will the technology help improve our marketing effectiveness? Will it allow us to sell our current product or service better, faster, or more accurately, or enable cross-selling or upgrade selling in a more efficient or effective way? Does it improve the quality of customer service such that the customer will be able to notice? That is, will they be more satisfied by the speed of the result or the quality of the information provided? Will it allow us to understand our current customers better and feed data into a measurement model that will improve our overall understanding of what our customers want? And will it help predict their future behaviors and facilitate our profitability? A lot of the work done under the name of customer relationships management over the last couple of years has been ineffective because organizations eager to boost customer relationships have leapt upon technology as the sole solution. The technology available today has the power to provide both information systems for relationship knowledge as well as operational systems to support the means to service those relationships. But each technology application can only solve a limited number of problems. Some of the many technologies available are data storage, data replication, World Wide Web, email and multimedia. Data storage and replication are essential for the management of customer information. Databases can organize your customer information and help support customers from multiple locations. It allows comprehensive cataloging of customers, contact, information, and their profiles, leading to effective opportunity generation and tracking. It also helps you keep a track of customer preferences and feedback, which would enable you to deliver products and services proactively. Replication capabilities, like the ones available with Lotus Notestar and Microsoft Exchanger, use state-of-the-art electronic messaging that allows linkage and connectivity with multiple servers across various locations. This is done through a simple dial-up or leased lines, as well as connectivity service provider systems. It ensures that all the employees are always fully updated on the customer and well-equipped to build and sustain relationships. The web makes an organization accessible to customers 24 hours a day. The Internet provides direct marketing by allowing users to log in anytime using a browser. And intranet connection makes sure that your employees have easy and complete access to that information, even when they are traveling or working from home. A GUI multimedia interface can make these systems simple and easy to use, even for the first-time users. In simple terms, the right technology for an organization's CRM strategy enables the tracking of changing customer expectations while providing them prompt, responsive, and individualized service in a cost-effective manner. It gives the organization complete knowledge about the customer, the ability to monitor the customer's response, and to analyze your products and strategies accordingly, so that you can then preempt customer behavior. But no management team can have a successful CRM capability without understanding the correct technical tools for their organization. The third competence of customer relationship management is knowledge management. As we have shown, an effectively managed CRM program provides a lot of customer knowledge, which can be used to design products and strategies, to deliver them, as well as assure efficient and responsive service to clients. The fact is that in any organization, it is measurement that drives behavior. And when you say one thing and measure another, you'll never get the results you want. The solution to assuring a CRM program provides the results you want is to bring both behavior and measurements together in a collaborative way, starting with asking the customer to help you define their experiences with you. Customer relationship management is a concept that combines management, practices, information technology, and work processes with specialized attention to customers. It entails building a complete picture of each customer by putting together all the bits and pieces of information gathered from all the points of interactions with customers and making these available to all employees in an actionable way. And it builds on itself because knowledge facilitates relationships. For example, customers feel comfortable with you if you are familiar with them. Also, knowledge is the key to faster service, which facilitates today's demand for speed. And most importantly, informed sales and service is more effective in meeting customer needs. Our organizations have a wealth of knowledge in their files and records about interactions with customers, and every contact, inquiry, or communication tells you something more about your customers. Unfortunately, in most cases, this knowledge is usually not available when it is needed the most. Either information is confined to a few desktops, or worse still, it resides with a few individuals in the organization. And this knowledge, which was gained on your time and at your expense, is often lost when these individuals leave the organization. The best way to leverage this knowledge is to free it from the shackles of experience, institutionalize it, and make it available in the shortest time possible to all employees so that they are empowered to build relationships with your customers. Remember that inadequate knowledge management adversely affects both your customer relationships and the effectiveness of your sales and service. Becoming customer-centric, that is, shifting your competitive basis from marketing your products to building lasting customer relationships, begins with managing your customer knowledge differently. While product-focused organizations use sales data primarily to report against financial targets, a customer-centric organization mines sales, billing, service, support, and other data to increase staff awareness of customer importance, forge personal relationships with the customer, improve the product development process, and deliver value-added services that competitors cannot duplicate. Transforming customer knowledge into customer value creates a competitive advantage because your high-value customers are identified, their needs anticipated, and new value created for them where it did not exist before. The result is customer loyalty and higher profitability. I am not suggesting that you replace the product-centric values of delivering functionality and quality on time and on budget. Rather, in a customer-centric organization, these values derive their meaning from how they are perceived by the customer. Possessing a competence in knowledge management means being able to integrate technology tools, the hard stuff, with the appropriate cultural tools and attitudes, the soft stuff, to create an empowered learning environment that stimulates problem solving and spurs innovation. Knowledge management is the intelligent use of amalgam of the organization's processes, behaviors, and technologies to benefit the enterprise. The force at work here is dilution of the knowledge pool and oversimplification to make something complex accessible in an easy way. Thomas Leonard, the founder of Coach University, made a really great comment. He was talking about the development of skill levels and described the process as moving from competent, that is, doing the basics well, to expert, doing the non-basics well, to being a master, that is, when you make things up. This make things up may sound flippant, but the idea is that you are no longer conscious of why you do something or react to something. Your decisions are influenced by the full richness of the context with a seemingly infinite capacity for variation and adaptation. Another way to put it is that mastering the use of knowledge has 4 phases. When you are unconsciously incompetent, when you are consciously incompetent, when you are consciously competent, and when you are unconsciously competent. And unconsciously competent is the goal of ETK.